Again, thank you, though, for raising all that money for Soft Ground Wrestling. And hopefully you can have a tutorial video of how to build a ring. And then we can watch you do this. And I'm
Fortunately,
excited.
I've had plenty of experience building rings. You spend the majority of your time in the performance center taking down and putting up rings. So I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to that.
So Monday's promo class, Tuesday's build ring, Wednesday.
Well, when we would do house shows on the weekend, we had to set up and build the rings and take them down before and after the show every week. Like, so it was 3 times a week.
So everybody does that, or is a select few do that?
It's as you're a veteran, you have a better job than building a ring.
So Samoa Joe, say when he was in NXT, wasn't building the ring.
I'm sure he was at one point, but at some point, then he started moving on to something like the lights or the curtains.
I can't imagine going to buy a hot dog or like a beer and there's Samoa Joe. Oh, hello. Has anyone ever told you you look like Samoa Joe? I hear that a lot. Here you go, kid.
They did that. So obviously, for guys like Joe, guys that had been in the business for a very long time, they would keep them out of sight because that would just be a distraction from the rest of the show. But it sounds so bush league. They'd have us work like security. And, I wasn't, it's not like I was doing nothing before I was in WWE. So that was also a bit of a distraction sometimes when I was wanding people at the door. They were like, oh, I know you.
You're like, nope, no, you don't.
No, nope. I'm just a security guard.
I'm just a security guard.
The funny thing is nobody knew that it was just kind of part of the job because they'd be like, hey, when are you going to get in the ring? And I'd be like, well, I don't know.
I'll see you like in an hour, I believe, according to the schedule. Hopefully. Man, yeah. Now you got my brain. It's like Tiffany Stratton. I can imagine sitting on security and someone just be like, what's happening?
Yeah. So things have changed, obviously, since the pandemic. I don't think they do those. They call them coconut loops nearly as much. I think they do them like every other week.
Yeah,
and mostly in select venues. So I'm not sure exactly what the layout is there anymore, but I imagine they have a lot of people there, so it's like a lot of worker ants that are able to do stuff for them.